I was 22, fresh out of college, and staring at a bank account balance I never imagined. It was a surreal moment, one that felt like a dream. I had always been careful with money, living on a tight budget through my college years. An unexpected inheritance, a generous gift from a relative I barely knew, had landed in my lap. This windfall was a complete surprise, a twist of fate that I never saw coming. It was more money than I had ever seen, let alone managed. The sheer volume of it was overwhelming, and I felt a mix of emotions swirling inside me. Excitement bubbled up, quickly followed by a wave of anxiety. I was thrilled at the possibilities this money could bring, but also terrified of making a wrong move. I was utterly unprepared for this financial responsibility. My mind raced with questions and doubts. How should I invest it? What if I lost it all? The weight of that windfall was immense. It felt like a double-edged sword, a blessing that could easily turn into a curse if mishandled. I felt a pressure to make the right decisions, to turn this gift into something meaningful. I wanted to honor the relative who had entrusted me with this fortune, but I had no framework for managing such a sum. My education had not prepared me for this, and I felt lost in a sea of financial jargon and investment options. Fear drove me to seek advice from anyone who'd listen. Friends, family, even distant acquaintances with a supposed knack for investments. I was desperate for guidance. The more opinions I gathered, the more confused I became. Everyone had different advice, and I felt pulled in 100 different directions. That experience was a crash course in the psychology of money. I began to understand that managing wealth was as much about mindset as it was about numbers. It wasn't the amount that mattered most, but my emotional response to it. I realized that my fears and anxieties were clouding my judgment. I realized that true financial success wasn't just about accumulating wealth, but about understanding the complex relationship we have with money. It was about finding balance and clarity. It was about developing a healthy mindset, one grounded in patience, discipline, and a clear understanding of my own values. This journey taught me that money in itself is just a tool. It's how we use it and the mindset we bring to it that truly defines its value. Wealth, I've learned, is less about hitting a specific number and more about cultivating the right habits. It's about creating a mindset that values consistency and discipline. It's about consistently making sound financial decisions, even when they seem small or insignificant. These small decisions add up over time. It's about resisting impulsive purchases and prioritizing long-term goals over instant gratification. This means understanding the difference between needs and wants. Think of it like building a house. Each financial decision is like a brick in the foundation of your future. You wouldn't expect a mansion to materialize overnight. It takes time, effort, and careful planning. You'd start with a blueprint, lay a solid foundation, and carefully add each brick one by one. Each step is crucial. Financial success follows a similar trajectory. It's a gradual process that requires dedication and foresight. It requires patience, planning, and a willingness to delay gratification. This means setting realistic goals and sticking to them. It's about taking small, consistent steps towards your goals, rather than chasing get-rich-quick schemes. These small steps build momentum. We often fixate on the end result, the impressive bank balance, the luxurious lifestyle, but it's the daily habits that pave the path to financial security. It's the journey, not just the destination. It's about automating your savings, living below your means, and investing wisely. These actions create a safety net for the future. It's about treating your finances like a marathon, not a sprint. Just like training for a marathon, it requires endurance, strategy, and perseverance. We all carry within us a unique set of financial narratives, stories we've internalized about money and its role in our lives. These stories are often passed down through generations, becoming a part of our subconscious. These narratives, often shaped by our upbringing, cultural background, and personal experiences, profoundly influence our financial decisions. They can dictate how we perceive wealth, success, and financial security. They can empower us to make sound choices or sabotage our efforts to build wealth. For instance, a narrative of scarcity might lead to overly cautious financial behavior, while a narrative of abundance might encourage risk-taking. Perhaps you grew up hearing stories of financial hardship, instilling a fear of scarcity and risk aversion. This fear can manifest in various ways, such as reluctance to invest or an obsession with saving. Or maybe you witnessed extravagant spending habits associating money with fleeting pleasure and instant gratification. This can lead to impulsive purchases and a lack of long-term financial planning. These early experiences can create deeply ingrained beliefs about money, influencing how we earn, spend, save, and invest. They shape our financial habits and attitudes, often without us even realizing it. Recognizing and challenging these narratives is crucial. By becoming aware of these stories, we can start to question their validity and impact on our lives. Examine your beliefs about money. Reflect on where they come from and how they have shaped your financial behavior. Are they serving you well, or are they holding you back? This self-reflection can be the first step towards financial transformation. By understanding the origins of our financial narratives, we can begin to rewrite them, replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones. This process involves setting new financial goals and creating a plan to achieve them. We can choose to embrace a mindset of abundance, long-term growth, and financial freedom. By doing so, we open ourselves up to new opportunities and a healthier relationship with wealth.